Alright guys, so I'm going to talk a little bit about bulkheads and assembly. If you have a brand new tank, you'll probably run into this. My bulkheads are 1 inch, so I had to get some 1-inch pipe from Home Depot. I've already cut it, but this may be misleading if you have a new tank. Is this threading here? A lot of people may want to use maybe some sort of a hose, but you're not really supposed to do it that way. You're supposed to actually glue this within there. This makes it a little bit easier. This is just this threading is just to hold the pipe and the seal up against the glass. Quick note, I got some rock. This is my second order of rock. My first order was from KBB Rocks. They advertised like Marco rocks, and I didn't realize that they were a different kind of rock than I had ordered. And you basically have to rinse the crap out of it, and it's still kind of heavy. Like, this is really dense rock. It's like, I almost think that they used Portland cement and just created it. The only reason that that I'm not 100% sure is because here's some more of it. If you look, it looks like it was quarried. So there's evidently some cuts. Now they could have quarried it, made a massive amounts, and then cut it out. I don't know. But you can definitely tell the difference between this KBB rock and then this Marco rock. Of course, I got some of the those flats, the prime flats, and I also got another box here. So, lesson learned. If you want KBB rocks, yeah, it'll probably work, but they're heavy as heck, and I am not going to, if I'm going to take my time with it and aquascape correctly, I'm not going to use their rock. I'd rather use the Marco rocks or even the bulk reef saver rock. So anyways, so what I'm going to do here is I've already cut this pipe to sufficient length for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to douse it with the primer, also in there, and then I'm going to use the cement, and then I'm just going to bind the bulkhead with this PVC, and then I'll get a proper fitting for it. I haven't decided what kind of fitting. There are pros and cons to using PVC versus flexible tubing. One is that PVC is kind of generally makes a gurgling or a draining sound, even if you have these air pockets. It'll help eliminate it, but you still hear that swooshing sound. The flexible tubing is not as durable, meaning you can have failure, but it is much quieter. So anyways, I just wanted to go and touch on this bulkhead, and just in case you're assembling it, don't try to find a hose to attach on this bulkhead. And also make sure that this seal, you don't reinforce it. It's meant to be flat, so don't throw caulk on the seal. If you want to mitigate damage just in case there is a seal failure, I would suggest getting the, and I don't have it here, but the nut that bolts up to the glass. I would run a bead of caulk, silicone only, 100% silicone, up to the glass and seal it with caulk on the back, but then on the front here, after it's tightened, if you really are paranoid, you could probably put a bead around this, but only after it's tightened, because you don't want to interfere with the seal at all. The seal is meant to do what it's supposed to do, and if you start putting caulk and bubbles and stuff in there, you may compromise the seal prematurely. Anyways, that's all I've got right now, and stay tuned for the next episode.